Well, tonight you need to make the most of your chances. Both of these teams are terrific on the glass.
Yeah, I'm curious if either side can get the edge in that department. They both have been so consistent when it comes to rebounding.
And that's going to be an interesting line to follow tonight, guys. You have to think that whoever gets the edge on the boards is going to be in control of the game.
Now here's Vandersloot. Pass to Stevens. Now Cardoso. Here's Diggins. Out to Vandersloot. Clock at 4. Shoots over Whitcomb. The second chance effort. Cardoso laying it in.
Terrific job to convert the putback. She stayed with that play from start to finish, and that's something we say about her a lot.
Now here's Thomas. Outside Whitcomb. The three-pointer, no good. We played just over a minute here in the first. Pass to Stevens. Now Cardoso. Here's Diggins. The kick out to Williams. Here's Stevens. From downtown, she's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
This offense runs much more smoothly when Stevens is connecting from outside.
On the wing, Kalia Copper. She's guarded by Williams.
You don't want to give up that kind of look often.
They're very lucky they didn't get burned.
Vandersloot outside. Stevens the screen. This one for 3. Mercury with the rebound.
She may have been surprised to find herself so open, and maybe that's why she missed.
Guys, there's really no debate. When it comes to assists, Courtney Vandersloot is the GOAT.
No argument here. 7 assist titles in her career, easily the best assist average in league history. Vandersloot is a wizard with the rock.
Now here is Stevens. Diggins. Jacks up a 3. It's rebounded by Alyssa Thomas. Phoenix trailing here. And she uses the glass on the layup.
Keeps defenders uncomfortable, and I think it's because of Thomas's ability to play assertive but composed around the rim.
Here's Diggins. Pass to Stevens. Lets it fly. From the top of the key, she buries it. Now here's Thomas. Now here's Copper. The 9-foot shot. Up and in. Off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
Using her height and her agility, Copper finds the finish inside.
Outside Stevens. Pass to Williams. Cardoso. Here's Diggins. She hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Just 3 to shoot. Takes the 3. Cardoso can't get it to go. And it's the Mercury with the ball. Covered by Cardoso. And here's Thomas. Pass to Whitcomb. Puts up a 3. Covered by Cardoso. Second chance shot. Chicago with the rebound. Vandersloot right side. That's in. She's got 2 made now, and she's shooting 2 for 3.
She was 1 step ahead of the D in making that pass. Nice assist.
Pass to Copper. Right at the free throw line. And that one comes up a bit short. Chicago in the lead. Stevens, she's covered by Thomas. It's good.
That's a great example of Stevens' comfortability and focus around the basket. So effective down there.
Now here's Copper. She has 5. And she gets it to go from the high post.
She is so tough to guard. She can fake you one way and then just spin right by you.
Pass to Diggins. Cardoso. Thomas comes with the double team. Here's Whitcomb. Knocks down the 3 ball.
That's a great outcome for this offense. Getting Whitcomb something in rhythm.
Vandersloot with it. She's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Diggins. The shot is good. Camila Cardoso making the play.
How about that? Responding to the three-pointer against them with a quick one of their own.
Yeah, terrific little back and forth right there,
It's
Tim.
been a lot of fun to watch.
And it's good. 2 points.
Persistence pays off for Copper inside. Getting past the contact and right to a look.
Pass to Cardoso. Vandersloot. Here's Diggins. Screen by Cardoso. A shot by Diggins, no good.
The defense can't make a habit of giving her that shot. She just doesn't miss many of them.
Tries a 3. And again, Phoenix with the triple.
She's been able to find her open teammate every trip down the floor.
I mean, it sure has seemed like it, right? I mean, great day passing the rock for her.
The 19-foot shot, and she gets a jumper to drop.
They can't afford to give her that kind of look.
Well, it came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you have to fight over the top of it.
And you need some help as well.
Pass to Copper. The 3 ball. Stevens grabs the board. Sky trail. Here's Diggins. And here is Vandersloot. Releases. They get the rebound. Here's Cardoso. In the hoop for her 3rd make from the field. She's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest. Phoenix with the ball. Pass to Copper. To the middle. Here's Thomas. Got it. Good job in the low post.
And these two teams continue to trade punches back and forth like heavyweight fighters.
The momentum swings are impossible to keep track of. The energy in this building just keeps changing.
It's been such a crazy game.
Here's Diggins. She's got 5. Out to Vandersloot. Let's go with a 3. Pass to Diggins. Launches a 3. Now here is Stevens. Here's Diggins. Fires for 3. There's her 3rd field goal, and she's now made half of her 6 shots.
But for the defense, they got to talk to each other. Clearly in air, not getting out there on her 3-point attempt.
Here's Thomas. And it's good for 2.
Wow, I mean, did she ever sell that pump fake well? Worked to absolute perfection.
And so it's Chicago with it. Here's Diggins. 8 points for her. In the hoop for her 4th field goal. 4 for 7 shooting and looking for more.
Both teams on fire right now from the opening tip.
This is going to be an entertaining game of basketball today, folks. I think that much is obvious.
Get your popcorn ready.
Now here's Copper. She's got 9.
We've seen that Copper is capable of big things on offense. And I'm starting to think this is going to be one of those nights.
Here's Diggins. Here's the 3. And that's collected by Kalia Copper. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Whitcomb. The three is up. The rebound by the Sky. Here's Williams. She got it up in time, but it couldn't fall for her. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one. Mercury out in front, up by 1. And don't go away, as we'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a bit. And we got a close game here as we get back to the second quarter. And what do you guys think about the Mercury here in this one?
It's been a well-oiled machine on offense for them so far.
And they've kept the ball moving and their opponents chasing it. You know, it's kind of like a dog chasing their tail, just can't get enough. That's how they've piled up the points.
Phoenix leading. Bonner outside. Back to Williams. Copper. The three-pointer off the mark.
And how about last season from Kahleah Copper, the best of her career?
No doubt, and it was her 9th year in the league. Copper averaging 20 points per game for the first time, named All-League for the first time, solidifying herself as an elite guard in this league.
The 19-foot shot, good. She hits the jumper.
Loves to grow and improve. Stevens is always looking to add another wrinkle to her game, and that catch and shoot's pretty deadly.
Now here's Williams. On the wing, Kahleah Copper. And a miss there on the triple.
You can tell she thought that triple was going to fall.
She's just shaking her head after that miss.
Vandersloot outside. Shoots over Williams. Tried to bank it in, but misses.
You know, you watch her, and you see her mechanics are totally out of whack right now. She's lost all feel for her shot.
Yeah, and it's not hard to tell. You know, just look at her numbers right now. Nothing is going down for her.
Now here's Vandersloot. No scoring yet from her, but that's likely to change.
Pass to Carrington.
The tray.
And that's collected by Kahleah Copper.
Puts the move on. And it's good on the layup.
Look at Copper attacking inside, not allowing the coverage to discourage her.
Quarter 2, and we're about 2 minutes in.
And a basket by Cardoso.
She's so good at recognizing where the openings are and getting that ball to the rim.
Phoenix with the ball. Bonner outside. Back to Williams. Pass to Copper. From outside the arc.
Camila Cardoso gets the board.
And here is Vandersloot. Here in quarter 2, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Here's Sheldon. 1 up, 1 down. She makes her first shot in this game. And it's the Mercury with the ball. Bonner outside. Copper from deep. Bangs home the trifecta.
Well, Copper can sometimes be a selective three-point shooter, so she must have been feeling that look.
Timeout called the Sky.
Well, with the amount of emphasis on three-point shooting in this league, we see less and less two big lineups.
Pace and space are the name of the game. You got to have a very fluid set of bigs to run 2 at a time.
And across the globe, looking at different women's and men's basketball leagues and international competitions, that seems to be the trend for every single top league. Basketball has changed. The WNBA has adjusted with everybody else.
Both teams will make substitutions. And so it's Chicago with it. They trail by 3. Vandersloot outside.
Pass to Sheldon. Here's Diggins.
5 to shoot. From outside, off the mark.
Here's Mack. Good, and the assist goes to Kalia Copper.
Well, even though Copper is a great scorer, she's able to keep others involved as well.
And almost 4 minutes gone in the second quarter of play.
Here's Diggins.
She's guarded by Williams.
They grab their own miss.
Stevens. And she banks in the layup.
And I like the energy Stevens showed right there, refusing to quit on the offensive glass.
Thomas outside.
Copper outside.
No good on the three. Chicago trailing here. Pass to Vandersloot.
Here's Diggins. And here's Cardoso.
Bonner defending. One-on-one fast break. Rejected by Azare Stevens.
Because of Stevens' competitive drive, she doesn't want to allow any easy buckets.
Now here's Vandersloot.
Now Cardoso.
She's guarded by Williams. Williams with the double team. Courtney Vandersloot for three. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Here's Copper. And that one good.
Here's Diggins.
10 points for her. Yep, that one goes.
Oh, man, she is so good at making those lead passes.
Copper left side.
For three. That's in there. Alyssa Thomas with the assist.
If you let Copper get comfy, get time, and get set, she'll just continue to bury these shots.
Vandersloot outside. They waste no time getting those 3 points back.
Three's going down quickly at both ends.
What an answer. You come at me with the three, I'm coming right back.
Everybody gets a three.
And the Mercury call time here.
Pass to Thomas. Copper. And she lays it straight in.
The defense on her has to be airtight, guys, and that was far from it.
Here's Diggins.
10 points for her. Courtney Vandersloot for three.
The offensive rebound.
And good that time.
And this is the kind of dominant scorer Cardoso is capable of being. For her, it's all about finding the rhythm and staying aggressive.
Now here's Thomas. She's got 6. Pass to Copper. 6 to shoot. And again, it's Phoenix.
That's a shot that Copper likes a lot. And right there, you can see why.
And here's Sheldon.
There's a screen by Stevens.
Now here's Sheldon.
She's tightly guarded. Courtney Vandersloot for three. It's rebounded by Thomas.
Even with every shot clanging off the iron, she seems determined to continue hoisting up these threes. But I think it's time to maybe take a step in.
Covered by Cardoso.
Oh, Cardoso with the block.
Pass to Diggins. On the wing, J.C. Sheldon.
The fadeaway. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim.
And once Stevens finds her rhythm, she stays aggressive. which is a nightmare for opponents.
Here's Whitcomb beyond the arc. The shot comes out.
Now Sheldon.
Vandersloot outside.
Pass to Diggins.
Stevens.
On the wing, J.C. Sheldon.
Now here's Vandersloot.
She's covered by Copper.
Another shot. Alyssa Thomas with the rebound.
Those have been some terrible shot choices, Blake. That was not good at all.
Well, the term unicorn, a one-of-one type player, certainly fits Alyssa Thomas.
We really haven't seen a player like her. I mean, easily leading the WNBA when it comes to career triple-doubles. Thomas is 6'2", but she never takes threes. You watch her play, there's never been a player like her in the W.
And the 2020 Wubble was a breakout season for Kalia Copper.
Well, she's been an all-star in each of the 4 seasons since. It's great to see her find her place in this league.
All right, put your thinking caps on, fellas. I know that's hard work for you, but who is the smartest player in the league?
Yeah, I agree, Blake. I don't even know if I have a thinking cap, but I'll go with Nneka Ogwumike. I mean, she's reinvented her game and is constantly evolving.
Yeah, when you watch Nneka play, you see how she outthinks her opponent. Plus, she's done an outstanding job as the head of the Players Union.
Give an assist there, not for a pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed her up and really just made that layup possible.
Great touch on the 16-footer.
She is setting this place on fire. Her shooting has been off the charts.
Now here's Vandersloot.
Pass to Diggins. Now here's Cardoso.
Courtney Vandersloot for 3. Second shot opportunity.
And the bucket is good from Cardoso indeed.
And her hard work on the boards gave them another crack at the points there.
Phoenix leading. Thomas outside.
Copper outside.
Three-pointer. The shot that time not on target.
Here's Diggins.
No good from outside. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. Mercury out in front. They're up by 4. And we'll see you right after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter. Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break, and we'll see if one can pull away in the third.
And, you know, Kalia Copper really taking control of this game.
And those threes have been dropping for her. Absolute dead-eye shooting in that first half.
Yeah, I'll say. I mean, this could not have been a more productive day for her from long range.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters.
Here's Diggins.
Vandersloot outside. Outside Stevens.
Here's Diggins.
Misses the 3. To the right side.
Copper, left side.
The 3. A rebound by the Sky.
They got lucky. They got lucky. And the defense is taking a big chance, leaving her open behind the arc. And I'm not sure I'm okay with that game plan.
Chalk up 2 right there.
They can't afford to give her that kind of look.
Well, it came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you have to fight over the top of it.
And you need some help as well.
Now here's Copper.
She's got 34. Stevens grabs the board. Chicago trailing here.
Pass to Diggins.
Outside Williams. Vandersloot.
Here's Diggins.
Here's Stevens. She's covered by Thomas. To the inside. Here's Vandersloot. And another basket for Chicago.
Figuring out ways to score inside at 5'8". Vandersloot has multiple ways to finish.
Pass to Copper. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And so it's Chicago with it. They've only allowed 2 points so far in the second half. Time called here. The Sky decide to talk it over.
Here's Diggins.
14 points for her.
Pass to Cardoso.
It's stolen by Alyssa Thomas.
Now Whitcomb.
And stolen by Courtney Vandersloot. Outside Stevens.
Here's Diggins. And here's Sheldon.
For the lead. Stevens up top. Fires from deep.
That one drops, and it comes off an assist from Camila Cardoso.
The Mercury trail. Right around 3 minutes into this second half.
Leah Copper from outside.
Rebound Chicago.
And here's Sheldon. Pass to Cardoso.
Lays it up and banks it in.
Yeah, anytime the shot comes from that range, the offense has done its job.
Outside Whitcomb.
Copper with the ball.
She's got 36 points. She gets that one. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Now Vandersloot. She's got 5.
Pass to Diggins.
Lets it go from deep. Melissa Thomas with the rebound. And here's Copper.
Defended by Sheldon.
Copper outside. Back to Thomas. So she gets the whistle. Contact on the way up. 2 shots next.
Well, with a new Toronto team coming in 2026 and more international players getting drafted, the WNBA's global reach is growing.
And you look at upcoming draft classes, that will be reflected more so with the international players coming in and some of the recent high draft picks we've had from outside the United States.
Yeah, and it mirrors basketball continuing to grow on the international stage. So I'm excited to see the best players in the world playing right here in the WNBA. A key cog in this offense, Thomas embraces her role and really looks to score whenever she can.
Both shots good from the stripe.
Here's Diggins.
14 points for her. The 3 doesn't go for her. Phoenix in the lead. Pass to Whitcomb. Now Thomas. She's guarded by Stevens. Goes up and lays it in nice and easy.
Nice pass. She got that ball right into her teammate's shooting pocket, and it yielded great results.
Here's Stevens. She's covered by Thomas. Pass to Whitcomb. Down low. She tries for 3. Good on the triple.
Just such an intelligent distributor. Thomas has an amazing feel for when she should distribute the rock.
Now here's Vandersloot. 5 points in the game.
Here's Diggins.
Five on the clock. Outside Stevens. Vandersloot. Whitcomb defending.
Another good rebound, and we know she's giving up some inches to a few of the other players, but that just hasn't mattered.
I like the energy here in the third, trying to take control of this game.
Absolutely, and this is the time to do it. A critical point in the ball game right here.
Yeah, set yourself up for that final frame.
To Diggins.
To stop the run. The shot, no good.
This offense, it just seems completely deflated.
While at the other end, it's one bucket after another. This run is really getting out of hand.
Making it ugly.
Yeah, she didn't punish them for the weak coverage that time, but they just can't count on her missing.
Absolutely, Brian. She's got to go right back to that shot.
Here's Diggins.
14 points for her. Outside Stevens. 4 on the shot clock. And once again off the mark by Chicago.
Here's Mack.
Vandersloot defending. Rejected by Azurá Stevens.
Here's Diggins.
There's a screen by Stevens. Inside. Tipped. Pass to Bonner. That's in there. Alyssa Thomas with the assist.
An adaptable scorer, Bonner shows the ability to outduel opponents on contact finishes.
Now here's Vandersloot.
She's covered by Copper.
Lets the 3 fly. Vandersloot's shot is off.
Surprising miss, wouldn't you say? I mean, she usually devours those wide open opportunities.
Copper misses.
On an open look like that, she's just got a gift for making the weak coverage pay.
That's a surprising miss. She's almost always deadly when she's that open, even from way downtown.
Here's Diggins.
14 points for her. 6 on the shot clock. And she can't stop the run as that misses.
And a basket by Cardoso.
Well, she's been a bright spot in what has otherwise been a little bit of a struggle for this team.
And the Mercury call time here.
And these guys have had some good motion on offense. Nice assists.
When everybody's involved offensively, it's in a way helping you defensively too.
And the layup falls.
Outstanding entry pass. You knew exactly where to go with that ball.
And here's Banham.
Pass to Cardoso.
Banham. Just 5 on the clock. It's good from long range.
I mean, that shot just becomes effortless for her when the defense is so relaxed like that.
Now here's Bonner. All sorts of time. Chicago with the rebound. Vandersloot outside. To the paint. Here's Banham. And that one good.
That's the vision you get with Vandersloot. She's always looking to set up her teammates offensively.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And the Mercury with possession. They've led by as many as 11 points. One of honor for 3.
A rebound by Camila Cardoso.
Chicago trailing here. Pass to Vandersloot. And here's Banham. From 13, jump shot is good that time.
These teams really feeding off each other now in terms of energy.
It must have been some kind of speech at halftime as both sides have picked things up. What do you think the coaches were saying, Tim?
Now here's Bonner. About 3 seconds between the shot clock and game clock. Three-pointer. No luck on that one.
Cardoso with it.
For the tie. That one misses. Would have counted had it gone. And we have just finished the third quarter and a tight game we've got. It's the Mercury up by 3. And time to step away quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. And welcome back as we get rolling once more. Fourth quarter right ahead and what'll be a very well-contested game. Phoenix in the lead. Copper outside. Back to Williams. Pass to Bonner. Buries it from three-point range.
From beyond the arc, DeWanna Bonner can be very consistent. She makes those long-range shots look easier than they feel.
Now here is Stevens.
Here's Sheldon.
Fires the 3. And Bonner pulls it down. Good on the bucket.
Once Bonner gets inside, it's already too late. She takes advantage of opportunities around the basket.
Now Vandersloot. To the middle. Stevens in the post. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Out of bounds, it'll go to the Mercury. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Bonner outside. Pass to Copper. Launches it. Stevens grabs the board.
Yeah, and ever since halftime, she's been ice cold. Very little going her way out there.
We've gone about 1.5 minutes into this fourth quarter. Shot clock at 6. And the bucket counts, and she is on her way to the line to try to make it a 3-point play.
One shot.
You know, as good as Stevens is inside, she breaks the mold of your typical WNBA big. She can stretch a defense as good as anyone.
Bonner outside. Back to Williams. Shoots the 3.
Cardoso gets the board. On the wing, J.C. Sheldon. She's covered by Copper. Left side, Sheldon.
Pass to Stevens. Shot from 16. She's still hot. That's basket number 9 out of 10 shots. 90% is an A in my book and anyone's book. Now here's Williams.
Copper outside.
From past the arc, the Mercury with another miss.
The defense has nothing to worry about out there with her shooting because she just can't dial it in from deep this half.
Here's Sheldon.
That misses. Had a chance to tie it there. Bonner outside. Drains the three-pointer.
I saw a little confusion amongst the D as to who was supposed to be guarding her.
Here's Vandersloot. Around 3 minutes gone by here in the fourth quarter.
Pass to Sheldon.
Vandersloot. And that shot falls short that time. Bonner outside. They set a pick. There's the triple. Drops in the tray.
Man, this fourth quarter has been tremendous, really, for them from three-point range.
Yeah, a ton of their points coming from long range here. What a barrage.
And what a time to hit the threes.
Now here is Stevens. So the whistle blows on the shot. 2 free throws for the contact there.
It's so tough to match up against Stevens inside. With her size and touch, there's no easy way to defend her.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He misses the free throw. The Sky making a switch here. And she sinks the second. Fourth quarter of play and over 3.5 minutes have gone by now. Pass to Bonner. There's the 3. Stevens grabs the board. And it's the Sky ball. 8-point game. Bonner for three. Rebound, Chicago.
Now here's Cardoso.
Here's Vandersloot.
Stevens the screen. On the wing, J.C. Sheldon.
Back to Vandersloot.
On the wing, J.C. Sheldon.
The shot from 20 feet. The shot misses. Luana Bonner for three. And she's good on the three ball.
They come out of halftime smoking hot from beyond the arc.
Yeah, and as hot as they are from out there, there's absolutely no reason not to just keep letting them fly.
I agree, Brian. They should all have the green light. Boy, man, I'd settle for having as many points in a game as she has rebounds.
Right now, we're really witnessing something special.
Now here's Bonner for three.
A rebound by Camila Cardoso.
Vandersloot left side.
Sheldon outside. Pass to Diggins.
From the arc. It's rebounded by Thomas. Bonner outside.
Thomas a screen.
Takes the three. Luana Bonner missing again. On offense, here the Sky. They trail by 11.
Here's Diggins. Back to Cardoso.
Vandersloot. Here's Stevens for the basket for her 10th make. 10 for 12. That's 82%. Bonner outside. Luana Bonner missing again.
Here's Diggins.
Vandersloot outside. Outside, Stevens. Shoots the three. Chicago the rebound. Vandersloot outside. The three is up.
Cardoso inside.
She's covered by Thomas. Thomas with the steal.
Stolen by Sheldon. Pass to Cardoso.
Now here is Stevens.
Back to Sheldon.
The three. And it's Phoenix with the rebound.
That's a look you can't pass up. It's also one you shouldn't miss.
And here's Bonner. And the three ball is good.
You can't give Bonner any time and a clean look. She will make you pay.
Now a timeout called by Chicago. And we've seen Copper really getting it done out there.
She's been gunning from deep. If you're guarding her, you got to get into her jersey. You can't sag off her at all, or you're just asking her to drop another three on you.
And so it's Chicago with it. A 12-point game. To the inside. Pass to Vandersloot. Lets the three fly.
Kept alive. And the basket by Cardoso.
That's a good look. That is a good look. And she'll make that one most of the time.
Now Thomas. That one is good. She has missed only one of her 6 shots from the floor.
That's a move very few players can make, guys. Sensational stuff.
Here's Diggins.
And that one's good. And here the Mercury. 10-point lead. Here's Thomas. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's an 86% accuracy mark.
Here's Diggins. Cardoso.
And a good offensive board, and she gets the bucket. Pass to Thomas. Outside Whitcomb. Copper. Shoots over Williams. The bank shot, no good.
Here's Diggins.
Shot from 12.
That one drops, and it comes off an assist from Camila Cardoso.
Good ball movement. She put that pass in the ideal spot, and I can guarantee you her teammate appreciated it.
Pass to Copper. Shot from free throw range.
A rebound by Camila Cardoso.
Chicago with the ball. Trailing here by 8. Brittany Vandersloot for 3.
Cardoso.
And it's Chicago with another.
You have to be disciplined on defense. Biting on every pump fake just isn't going to get it done. Trust me, I learned the hard way.
And it's time to take another look at that powerful block.
An emphatic rejection. You got to appreciate that kind of forceful defense.
2 points here might be all the cushion they need.
You would think so. This game is theirs for the taking.
Covered by Cardoso.
Pass to Whitcomb. From downtown, the three-pointer is on target.
Well, you have to be aware of Whitcomb beyond the arc. She is so good from deep.
Outside Williams. Diggins.
Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Yeah, with the game out of reach, intentional fouls don't mean anything. Just an exercise in futility. Let the clock go.
I agree with you. It just doesn't make any sense to do it at this point. And come on, we both want to go home.
Exactly.
First free throw is good, and that'll push their lead to double digits. She's off on the free throw, unable to get that second one to drop for her.
A slight hiccup at the line there, but she did what she needed to finish this game off.
And an intentional foul right there. And the first one drops. She's off on the second. And so it's Phoenix easily grabbing this one. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, they did a great job of execution, both offensively, defensively, playing in control. When they had a misstep, they got right back to work and made up for it.
So that's going to do it for this one, folks.